Hey guys, welcome to another video. This week, something a little bit different. I'll be doing something over the course of the month of October called SHOCKTOBER. Yeah, really weird name. It's just going to be a bunch of Halloween-themed videos. Or scary videos, or whatever. I don't know. There's going to be a total of hopefully 5 different videos this month. Starting with this first video, which is, as you can guess by the title, the top 7 best horror movies, and this is in my personal opinion. And this is based on likability, watchability, story, writing, direction, blah blah blah, all the things that me as a filmmaker would enjoy from a horror movie. And another thing, it has to be entertaining. And if it's just one of those boring horror movies where all people are just sitting there staring at a wall melting, I mean, that's just kind of boring. I'm just saying. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 7, we've got Crimson Peak. Visionary director Guillermo del Toro brings us this haunting story of a girl who can see ghosts and has been seeing ghosts ever since she was little. Full of astounding acting and beautiful direction, this film really immerses you in the horror slash fantasy slash drama sort of realm of cinema. And it's a very beautiful film, and I highly recommend if you haven't seen it before, check it out. Going on to number 6, we've got a classic Steven Spielberg movie, Poltergeist. This is one of those films that will get under your skin because it's so unexpected and it's so different to most of the horror that's out there right now. Some of the creepiest scenes in this movie include a man ripping his own face off, a tree bursting through a window and grabbing a young boy, and then proceeding trying to swallow him, and a closet that literally swallows a little girl whole. Pretty terrifying. And this is back in 1982. This was released a week apart from E.T., so it doesn't get enough praise as it should. Because this movie is truly a masterpiece in Steven Spielberg, and it's probably my favorite Steven Spielberg movie. Yeah, Poltergeist is a really cool movie. Do not watch the remake because it sucks. Okay, watch the original, which is awesome, legit. Anyway, coming in at number 5 is The Sixth Sense. I was debating on putting this M. Night Shyamalan movie into my list, as I didn't find it exactly scary, but I did find it very haunting, and leaves an imprint in your mind of what exactly people can see, and it brings a nice twist to the horror genre. And kind of reminds us that horror can be a mix of multiple things. And really the writing and the direction of this movie is absolutely beautiful. And the acting is just spot on, especially by young Haley Joel Osment. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry if I wrecked your name, man. That was wrong with me. But it's just such a wonderful film, and it's probably M. Night Shyamalan's best film he's done. And all of his other films, I'm sorry, aren't exactly the best, but his best is definitely The Sixth Sense. So definitely go check it out, because it's awesome. Right, rolling on to number 4. We're sort of in the halfway point on our list, but not really. We're right before the top 3 favorite horror movies of mine, and that's going to be awesome. Anyway, rolling in at number 4, we've got The Ring. Director Gore Verbinski decided to remake his classic 1998 Japanese horror film, Ringu, into a more Americanized version. And the Americanized version proves, in some ways, that it is very much superior to Ringu. It has a terrifying atmosphere, and tells the classic tale of a haunted videotape that kills you in 7 days. Naomi Watts' character finds that her son and herself have been cursed by this videotape, and now must fight for their lives. Pretty legit stuff there. Gore Verbinski, and the sequel isn't that bad as well. I mean, it's definitely not as good as the first, but the sequel really isn't that bad. Stellar writing, stellar direction. I just love The Ring. The Ring is amazing. I'm just putting it out there, guys. The Ring is awesome. Alright, now we're at our top 3 favorite horror films of mine. Number 3 is The Woman in Black. This awesome little film was directed by James Watkins and stars Daniel Radcliffe, fresh off of Harry Potter fame. It tells the story of Arthur Kipps, a man who's looking to sell the Eelmarsh house in a quaint little English town. But little does he know that the house is cursed, and so is the entire village, by a strange specter called the Woman in Black. And she plans to basically take revenge on people that have wronged her, or people that she just doesn't really trust. It's a little odd, but it's a really cool film. Really recommend you check it out. It has stunning direction and may have the typical jump scares, but they're used to good effect in this one. And it really is one of those films where you have to look at the background to see everything that's going on. It makes it really terrifying. Alright, going in at number 2, we've got Insidious. Saw director James Wan took a different direction from the blood and guts of today's normal horror fantasy and turned it into a more quiet, subtle, and frankly very disturbing film. Insidious was a smash hit in 2010 and showed the up-and-coming director had what it takes to be a true horror icon director. Anyway, Insidious is a true masterpiece that has to be seen to be believed. It tells the story of a boy who's in a coma. His family soon finds out that it's not a coma. His body is actually a vessel for dangerous and deadly demons that wish to use his body to pass over to the normal world. It's a pretty legit movie. I mean, that's pretty cool. Right, before we go on to number 1, we're going to touch on a couple honorable mentions that didn't quite make it to the list for various reasons. One of them is Mama. It was executively produced by Guillermo del Toro and is a terrifying tale of 2 sisters and their strange protector, Mama. Pretty creepy stuff. Mama looks pretty terrifying. It didn't make the list because it just didn't have enough creep factor for me. It felt more like a drama, but I still really enjoyed the movie. Coming up next on the honorable mentions list is The Forest. This film came out earlier this year and told the story of a sister who was looking for her other sister who went to Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Suicide Forest. But spirits become angry and begin haunting the girl while she's in the forest looking for her lost and depressed sister. It's an interesting film. The reason it didn't exactly make the list was because I was expecting something way more exciting and way more dangerous than what I got in the trailer, but it still held up pretty well in my opinion. Last but not least on the honorable mentions list is Arachnophobia. This one is a masterpiece of combining horror with comedy. It's so hilarious, and it also is very terrifying. All the spiders everywhere. Now, I'm not personally afraid of spiders, but this movie did make me itch in my sleep thinking that the giant huntsman spiders were crawling all over me. Pretty awesome and gruesome stuff there. It's a chill movie. It didn't make the list because I didn't want any comedy on here, but I thought I'd give it a mention because it's a really well-made movie. Alright, now, we've heard stuff that I've said about horror movies and what my favorites are, and let's combine that into number 1 is The Babadook. What a freaking masterpiece of a movie. I agree with the critic who said this is a flat-out masterpiece, because it is, in every sense of the word. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. The Babadook tells the story of a mother who lost her husband in a car crash and is dealing with that grief. Her son, she's finding hard to love. And she soon finds this book on a shelf called Mr. Babadook, and a creature springs out of it and begins to haunt the family. The Babadook serves as a metaphor for grief and depression, but it's also a frighteningly disturbing movie with horrifying direction. And this newcomer director, like this first-time director, Jennifer Kent, really brings an originality to her art. It's a very terrifying film, and it really gets the sense of like what the hell's gonna happen next, and it delivers in my book. It's an amazing piece of cinema. Anyway, that's it for my list, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's short and everything. I'm just trying to keep these Shocktober videos just kind of more concise and more, you know, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But I'm just saying, Babadook, check it out. I'll be doing a review in a couple weeks. Next week, expect a Doctor Who Night Terrors trailer for a really creepy Doctor Who episode. And, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy, and please stay tuned for more Shocktober. See you guys later.